that you hear all the time how the guys say like, "Oh, just being on the road, it's you're a big guy. A lot of these guys are, and you're on the road, and it's like just sitting in a car is uncomfortable. Being on a plane is uncomfortable. You're traveling with the snake, and you're taking bumps once you get to the destination.
Yeah.
How much do you think this did contribute to the neck issues you're about to have here?
Oh my God. Well, we know what started all of that. It was a guitar shot.
Yes, the Honky Tonk Man in
Yeah.
'87.
Yeah. Yeah. Once that was done, it was downhill from there, man. I I, like so many others, including Paul Orndorff, did the foolish thing. I kept trying to work through the pain, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, right. That also helped with my addiction because I was taking all sorts of everything just to numb myself enough where I could go out and work. But then, of course, after the match, you got to take yourself down, so you have to take some more.
Oh man.
So it was a constant battle trying to play that fiddle and not break any chords. But I broke them all. You know, I broke them all because it just there's no way of winning there. You know, once you're injured, man. You might as well face it. Go ahead and take care of it. Had I done that, and I would have probably been out several months, but I would have came back a whole lot better than I did. You
Right.
know, and because my issue was, I went a couple of years like that, and it finally got so bad that I could not lift my left arm at all. And I would go to the ring and I would turn my body sideways and I would sling my arm up onto the guy's shoulder and tell him from the very get go, work on my arm. And then he'd grab my wrist and he'd start working on my arm, pounding on my arm, pounding on my arm. Now I don't have to raise it.
Oh man.
See,
Yeah.
because it was hard for me just to reach up to hook. I'd have to grab my tights so I could DDT somebody
Oh.
because I couldn't hold it.
So that's scary, especially considering you brought up Paul Orndorff, and we all know what happened to him.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
his one arm withered. Arn Anderson,
yeah,
his left, he
yeah.
can't use his left hand.
Same
Uh,
thing for me, man. It's left arm.
I do have to ask too. Was your neck injured this entire period of
Oh my
time from
God,
'87 to
yes,
'89? Or
yes.
oh, okay. So it's just getting progressively
Oh my
worse.
God, the pain just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And wouldn't you know, the one thing that that's easy on everybody else was nearly killing me every time I did it. To do a DDT hurt so bad when I did it.
Because you're
Oh my
snapping back.
God, yeah. I was having to take that bump. When I took that bump, it would just jar down my spinal column, man. It just a few times my legs went numb.
Oh, good
That was
God.
scary,
Yes.
just for 3 or 4 seconds. But man, that 3 or 4 seconds seems like an hour because your legs go numb. You're like, oh no, not that. Then they're back. It's okay. Phew, that was close. Yeah. How close was I getting to crippling myself? I don't know. I
Man, and
don't know.
probably closer and closer every time you
Yeah,
did
every
that.
time I did it, man.
Uh,
Every time I did it just made it worse.
It's frightening. And in the
But I
five,
was I was afraid to get out of the ring. I was afraid that if I got out of the ring, that I wouldn't be able to get back in. That makes no sense at all. I know, but that's just the way that's the way an athlete thinks. He thinks that if he puts the boots on the shelf for 6 months, they'll never come back off the shelf.
hmm
And that's not the way it is. But in wrestling, it's a well-known fact that, brother, if you take time off, getting back in there is not going to be as easy as it was the first time
right.
because there's going to be people in there that have taken your spot. And people might not understand that. Everybody's got a spot in this business. Where does Jake fit in? Well, right now, Jake is one step below Hogan. That's my spot.
Yep.
But if I step out, well, they've got to put somebody back in there.
And what if they're rolling with that guy by the time you return?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now you're sitting on the bench going, damn, I shouldn't have got out of the ring. That's the way your brain thinks.
Well, and it makes sense, especially in that era. There's
It
no
does.
guarantees.
It
Yeah.
does, man, and, that's what everybody was afraid of. I'm not the only one that wrestled, hurt. I mean, hell, I broke my wrist one time while I was wrestling up there, but, I fell in the damn shower at the hotel. Imagine that. It broke my
Oh,
wrist. They put a cast on it, and then I went to wrestle in New York, and, they would not let me wrestle with a cast on. It
oh,
was
for crying out loud.
it was against the rules. So I cut the cast off in the back, put tape on it, and then continued to wrestle
Oh
with a
my god.
broken wrist.
And the risk you take there is like it could heal improperly, and then could really,
Yeah.
really be in trouble.
Oh yeah.
But you're not thinking about it because
No, you don't.
you're not
You
a
don't,
salaried
man.
employee.
No, man.
If you don't work, you don't get paid.
That's it, bro.